What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of the Road to 300. As of this recording, it is December the 12th. I'm officially 90 pounds down. When you're seeing this, it is December the 13th. The fact that I am down that much weight in such a short amount of time, or the fact that it's already been 4 weeks, is absolutely mind-blowing. And this week, I thought that I would kind of touch on a little bit of what I was going over last week. And with that, I think this week's main topic would be about like the hardest decision that I've ever had to make in my life, and that was when I finally made the decision to leave Washington and move to Los Angeles. And the reason it was so hard is because the career that I wanted and the dream that I had was here, but obviously my friends, my family, and my loved ones were there, and so I had to sacrifice one or the other. And I was at a point in my life where I was making good money. I had a good job. It had benefits. It paid well. I got to make my little videos here and there, but I knew that for long-term happiness that wouldn't be enough. And so I decided that, as corny as it sounds, that I was going to roll the dice and that I was going to chase the dream over the comfort. And again, that sounds corny. It sounds very cliche, but it's the truth. And again, my favorite part about the vlog is the fact that I get to be honest with you guys. So I chose the dream, and I'm so happy that I did so. And I'm so thankful for all the great opportunities and people and different things that have come into my life as a result of it. And I'm also very obviously conscious of the things that have left my life and the people that are no longer in my life as a result, and for varying reasons, but one of the main ones being fear creates jealousy. And again, this is what I touched on last week, to varying degrees of success and clarity, I guess. And by fear, I mean, I feel like, at least for me, it seems like fear keeps 9 out of 10 people from chasing whatever it is that they want in life, whether it's a career choice or someone, again, that they want to talk to, or even admitting what they like. In the earlier years, I cared so much about, what my friends thought, and I mean, not so much the rest of the world or my classmates or anything like that. I was never the cool kid, and that was fine with me because I never aspired to be. But in the beginning, I would lie to, even my closest friends or myself about what it is that I liked and what it is that I was into. And once I was finally able to let my guard down and let go of all that pretensive bullshit, is when I was finally able to be honest with them and honest with myself. And it was just so freeing, and it was so rewarding that I could finally just be myself and express what it is that I liked and what it was into. And this kind of ties hand in hand with my passion for film. What I do for a living is so crazy. I mean, again, this sounds like a humble brag, but for so many people, doing something like making film full time, I mean, I get paid to make pretend, and that is so weird and humbling and awesome to say out loud, but it's just amazing. And I've been so fortunate with the friends and family and the support system that I have, and to say that I'm forever grateful to them would be the understatement of the generation. And I'll never be able to express all the gratitude and love that I feel for those people, for always standing by my side and believing in my vision. And because it's easy for people to doubt, it's easy, and there were a lot of naysayers as well, and a lot of negative voices and skeptics, and that's everywhere you go. That's everything that you do in life. There's going to be those people, and that's fine, I remember all the pessimists, and I remember all the backhanded statements, and when people would say to my face, or whether they'd say it behind my back. I remember all that, and I remember this is a direct quote, but I remember someone outright saying, "Well, if you make it," I heard that a lot. "If you make it, remember me." And it's really? If I make it? If I make it? Yeah. If I make it, yeah, I'll remember you, all right, and I'll use that memory. I'm petty like that. I'll feed off that memory. I'll compact it. I'll put pressure on it. I'll take all the other trials and tribulations in my life and I'll form it all into a ball, and then I'll turn it into a diamond. Because I feel like that's what life is. It's taking all your experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, and forming them and presenting this person or this representation of this person that you want the rest of the world to see. And through all like the happiness and the sadness and the heartbreak and the all-time highs, like my friends and my family, like I'm so grateful for all those who have come into my life and brought energy into my life and motivation. And again, I'm just forever grateful, and I wish so badly that other people would take these videos and this journey as the shot in the arm for them to go after whatever it is that they want to do, because it's not just about me. I started making these videos to talk to you, to be honest, to get my thoughts off my chest, obviously, but I hope that this video can spawn other people's stories. I want to talk to other people literally on this vlog and through their vlog. And again, I know I say it every week, but like just every video that we post, or I post, like the outpouring of support and people with their stories and their experiences, it's truly overwhelming, and I cannot say thank you enough to everybody who's brave enough to do so. And I don't throw the word brave around lightly. I mean, it really, really means the world. So yeah, again, I want to keep these episodes short and sweet. So I did record one other thing though. A lot of people have been reaching out wondering where the movie stuff was, or like people were interested in the movie. So I put just like one little clip together for how to make a movie, and I'll be sprinkling them in through other episodes, but I'm going to throw to that clip real quick. And yeah, here's that clip. Alright gang, so right now I am in the middle of making my shot list for It Laughs Like Us. For those of you who don't know, a shot list is pretty self-explanatory. You literally go scene by scene through your movie and through your script, and then you try to think about like how do you see the movie playing in your head, and then each shot, like each time the camera cuts to a different thing for the audience to look at, it's a different shot. So obviously the shot list, that's what we're working on. And the reason you want to do this is because when you get there on the day, as far as like on set filming, there's so many variables that can come into play, and there's so many complications and different questions that need to be answered. So the more you can have planned out and the more questions you can have answered before you even have to get on set, obviously the better. So right now I'm on scene 48, and in this movie there's about 109 scenes. And you try to keep it realistic, just so you can get all your stuff that you want to get in a day. I try to do no more than 10 different shots, or setups as we call them on set, per day. But if the setups are relatively simple, I don't want to oversimplify like my gaffer's job or different things like that, but if the setups are relatively simple, then like you can obviously do more. Fortunately for us, we don't have that many different locations. A lot of the movie takes place either in the woods, at Marcia Mealstrip's home, or I mean, like obviously there are other locations, but those are our two like main ones where like the majority of the movie takes place. So fortunately for that too, when you organize your days, obviously you're going to want to film all the same locations at the same time. So Marcia Mealstrip's home interior, you want to make sure you get all your shots and all your scenes on like the same days, or like the same time frame, and then like Marcia Mealstrip outside, you want to get at the same time, and so on and so forth. So again, so we're on scene 48. I will actually do a screen share so that way you guys can kind of see. Okay, so right now you can see we're working on scene 48. Obviously you guys will get a little bit of spoilers, so hopefully when you guys see this movie you can be like, hey, I remember that. Okay, so
Typically it helps if you go through and read the scene, obviously, and then you can, again, you kind of get how the scene looks in your head, and then you build this shot list off of that. So, Natalie enters the cafeteria and she looks around awkwardly. She's holding her lunch tray and scans the room for anyone to sit with. A boy walks over to her with a welcoming smile. This is Patrick, one of Natalie's classmates. Patrick says, I have a spot over at my table. Natalie looks over to see a group of people staring at the interaction. Your friends are staring. We don't get a lot of Chicagoans in this town. Come on. Patrick gestures over for her to follow. Natalie follows behind him and sits at the table. There are 3 other students at around her age sitting in front of her. This is Becky, Samantha, Carl. Guys, this is... Patrick looks at Natalie awkwardly. Natalie, my name's Natalie. Welcome to Arlington High School, Natalie. Thanks. How do you like the town so far? Natalie shrugs her shoulders. Not a lot of cell phone service around here. The group smirks. That's something they're trying to work on around here. Well, kind of. The touristy part of this town is the lack of social media around here. It's just weird. We're able to have our own adventures without Instagram. Maybe we can show you around. This town is pretty... Maybe we can show you around. This town is pretty fun once you get to know it. Natalie looks uncomfortable and she nods. Sure, sounds like fun. You're from Chicago? Natalie nods. That's so exciting. What's it like? Natalie can't help but smile. Really big, traffic everywhere, shops in every corner with restaurants right across the street. That sounds like so much fun. It is. Natalie pokes at the potatoes on her tray, and I miss it. The table was silent for a few short beats. Patrick nudged Natalie a little bit. Natalie looks up at him. You're among friends. Natalie looks at the other kids. They each nodded in agreement and smiles. Natalie smiles back and takes a bite of her potatoes. Okay, so... I don't know about you, but when I first see this, I'm gonna add a shot. And I'm gonna add a wide shot of students bumbling around cafeteria with lunch trays, paper bags, laughing, running, engaging. This is just our establishing shot. So again, one thing I like about this website that I'm using, it's called Studio Binder. It's not a paid advertisement, but again, Studio Binder, reach out. One thing I really like about this website is me and all my other collaborators, so I can share all of this information in real time with my gaffer, with my DP. The gaffer is the one who sets up the lights, makes it look nice, right? Or strikes the lights, sorry, gaffers. The DP is the one who literally, they set the shots. Sometimes they move the camera, sometimes they have someone to move the camera, but it's who you work with to make your visuals come to life. Same with your gaffer. That's those 3 people kind of work in, or those 3 units work in tandem with one another. So this is a wide shot. We can say eye level. Framing. Let's say it's 3 shots. Although this is probably gonna be a few different little shots broken up. But again, even if you don't you try to put every single shot in there, but even if you don't, for little things like this, which is just the wide and it's called establishing shots, it's just so you have a physical note, so that way again when you're there on the day you go, oh shit, I need to make sure to get this, and this. And one thing that's beautiful about the team that I'm building is, again, I can hand that list to them and be go have fun, and they'll just go get it, which is amazing. Let's go deep focus. Dutch angle, no. Let's do... Let's do static. And you can go to more options so you can get more specific. We know that we're probably going to need sticks, but a lot of our movie is also Steadicam, so I'm just going to click that so we know to have it. What lens? Let's try a 25 for this. And frame rate, well, we know that that's going to be 23.98. And yeah, so I'm happy with that shot. So I'm going to click save and add another. And then the next shot, I want a tracking shot. Tracking shot just means that the camera moves with the character, whether they're walking side to side, whether they're walking towards the camera or away from the camera. We want the camera to move wherever they go. We want the camera to go. And again, the great thing I like about this is you can kind of establish framing. So do we want to be close up, like an extreme close up on Natalie? No, probably not. Do we want a close up on her? No, still probably not. Like, not for this shot in particular. Maybe sometime down the line, but not this shot. So maybe I'm thinking medium close up, so that's about like the chest up, maybe a little bit, right? So we're gonna do a tracking shot of Natalie, and it's gonna be a medium close up, eye level, again, meaning literally eye level, or you can go like, if you wanna go slightly above or below, if you wanna make her feel weak or empowered, but this one we kinda wanna make her feel neutral. So eye level, I mean, we may play around with like a little bit higher up, but we'll see. So eye level, single, meaning it's just her in the frame. I mean, we'll have people bumbling around the background, but like she's our focus. Speaking of focus, we're gonna keep the focus shallow, and we're gonna do tracking. And again, we're gonna go back to equipment, and we're gonna want a Steadicam for this. Lens, for my close-up, or for my single shot, especially medium close-up, I typically like a 35 or a 50. Sometimes a 25, but let's say 35 just for the time being. And again, all the like the lenses and stuff like that, like you don't have to necessarily specify on this website, because when you're there on the day, I mean, right now I can think like, oh yeah, 35 for sure, but who knows, maybe I get there on the day and a 25 just looks so much better. Again, I'm sure this sounds like gibberish, but you can either Google it, or I'll link it. I'll link it down in the description. Yeah, okay. So we like that shot. Tracking shot of Natalie walking through the cafeteria. Saving out another. And I think you get it by this point. You just go on, so on and so forth, and establish what you want. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next tip for movie making. Hashtag Road to 300.
All right, gang, thank you so much again for watching. It's really meant the world to me. Again, 90 pounds down in 4 weeks. That's hard to believe. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much to everybody who's already been doing this, liking, favoriting, sharing, and subscribing. And if you haven't done so, if you want to, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you want to hit that bell icon so that way you get notified when new videos are posted. Thank you to everybody who's been responding to the What We Eat Wednesday videos. I know the last one was a little goofy, but again, just like the outpouring of support has just been overwhelming. So thank you again. We'll see you in the next one. Hashtag Road to 300.